Ugh, let me guess. You're here to kill me. You're a vampire hunter. Or actually, no. Wait. Don't tell me. You want me to bite you and share my vampiric powers. In any case, this isn't going to go the way you planned, my friend. You seem frightened. I guess that's a pretty clear sign you're no hunter. If you couldn't tell, the suspense is killing me. What do you want, human? Why are you here? Oh, you're lost. Sure you are. Typically, when people lose their way, they don't journey deeper into the darker parts of the woods, especially around an area a known monster is said to stalk. Haven't you got any sense? Or a compass, for that matter? No. Of course not. I haven't a single intention of hurting you. Or anyone, for that matter. Do you know how hard it is to be treated like a vicious monster, an animal? Of course you don't. How could you? You still have warm blood in your veins. You don't realize how lucky you are. What do I feed on? I feed off animal blood, much to my own disgust. I find the consumption of any meat grotesque, even when I was warm, actually. Unfortunately, vampires have to feed on something a starvation of blood can bring on a frenzy that would render me completely out of my own control. And of course, my efforts to protect people from my affliction would be very much undone. I just wish people knew I'm not a monster. I hate this. I never asked to be like this, but unfortunately it's my reality, and I have to live with that. It's been my reality for quite some time now. Who made me, you ask? I honestly don't know. It was so long ago I've forgotten their face. All I remember is finding myself on the brink of death towards the end of a long journey. I remember the winter was terrible that year. And much like you, I lost my way around these parts. I ended up being thrown off from my horse. Something spooked him, I think. Just as the frost was beginning to permeate my skin, a stranger approached me and offered to help. If I knew then what their definition of help was, I would have just chosen to freeze to death. But I agreed, of course, and here I stand, undead, unloved, and, ironically, still cold. But that was a long time ago, and now I live here. It's away from people and out of sight, out of mind. I'm usually free from having to hide myself around here. I'm very rarely interrupted. Especially given the fear the locals instill within every passerby. Honestly, I've done nothing wrong to them, not once. But still, they see my eyes and skin, and already they know me inside and out. Oh, you saw the manor, did you? Yes, I do live there actually. Much like me, the manor is cold and unloved, yet there's still a light inside. I'm going to take another wild guess and say you've been told to keep clear of my house should you see it on your travels, correct? Typical. These people really do judge a book by its cover, don't they? Then again, I'm not completely certain, but I believe a terrible murder took place here, and people have perceived it to be haunted ever since. Is it haunted? No. Well, not really. The ghosts that live here, they rarely make any fuss. For the most part, they aren't particularly talkative. Regardless, I'm sure like the rest of the mortals you know, you've already passed judgment, haven't you? Just because it looks decadent and a handful of ghosts inhabit it, and a vampire, you've deemed it to be evil. You mortals, forever judging books by their covers, never seeking to look within. What do you mean you don't? You don't judge books by their covers? But you all do. Well, in that case, let me ask you this. What do you see when you look at me? Besides, of course, a cute vampire. No one has ever said anything like that to me before. Please forgive me, but I'm a little taken aback. So, you don't actually see me as a monster? You don't fear me? Aye. Thank you. I honestly can't tell you how much this means to me. For so long, I've spent my days cursing the living for their lack of understanding and resentment of me, even though I try so hard to protect them from myself. And try so hard just to live a normal life. Knowing that you really don't truly see me as a monster, could I be so bold as to ask your name? That's a wonderful name. I haven't actually heard that name all that often. Not around here, anyway. You're not a local, are you? I thought as much. Well, it's nice to meet you. Oh, you want to know my name? My name is Cassian. Lord Cassian, to be exact. But once again, that title belonged to me a long time ago, and probably doesn't mean anything anymore. How old am I? Oh, that's awfully intrusive of you to ask, even if I am a vampire. I am around 130 years old. I was created in my early 20s, so my body has remained virtually the same. The only thing that changed was my eye and skin color. I miss my emerald eyes. They were a lot less threatening when meeting new people like yourself. Though I suppose they couldn't see in the dark. Look, I really do want to thank you for actually taking the time to get to know me, and well, just listen to me. You're amazing and so kind. I really hope we can do this again, only if you'd like. I'll be more than happy to have you around my manor for tea one day. That's if you're free, of course. And don't mind the odd ghost floating past. Really? You'd love to? That's great! I mean, brilliant. Thank you. That's really given me something to look forward to. I haven't felt any such emotion for far too long. Well, let's get you back. I'll walk you to wherever you came from. I know these woods better than most, and, of course, being able to see in the dark is remarkably useful this time of night. Thank you again. You've helped me. So let's help you find the road back. Come along now.
Thank you for listening to my audio today. I really appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and comment on whatever you want to see next or what you'd, like to hear from me. I would love to just provide you guys with good content. 95% of you guys are not subbed, so if you want to click that button, yeah. Okay, bye.